Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 19th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidia, Misty, SMCY, Platey, a little bit of Ulti. All right, you see a bunch of screen recordings on top of screen recordings. Obviously, I'm in the garage pre-recording this, but on my laptop. Can't trust the phone anymore, unfortunately. It takes too long to upload, so this means it's an office day, so obviously I will not be live. This is a pre-recording. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. But before that, I kind of got to update you guys on what I'm doing, with my this whole group training, group options thing, group this, group that. So real quick, I do have 3 memberships. I have the Rod Supporter for anyone who wants to support the channel, 99 cents a month. I have the Rod Wolf Pack, which is basically early access to certain videos, some exclusive videos, and this, that, the other thing. And then we have this new one, Rod Wheel Warriors. Now, again, I was going to do the group coaching, elsewhere, but I'm just going to do it through YouTube. And honestly, I ask that you don't even sign up right now, right? Give me a chance. We'll give it a try. For those of you that have reached out, I have your information. What I'll do is I'll schedule, a group session for free. We'll try it out probably in September, maybe the second week in September or something like that. And I'll post that recording here, and then maybe we'll do another one. And then if you guys obviously enjoy this, feel free to join the Wheel Warriors, because maybe like when I have 5 or so people, then I'll keep the focus on them. But for now, again, I don't really, if no one signs up, I really don't care. Honestly, I'll just cancel this. It's not a big deal, but it's just something I wanted to try and offer to see if we can make maybe just a small community of people who just want to learn about options, want to talk about options, and go from there. But yeah, what would the end result would be a monthly live discussion to talk about our strategies. Also, I would plan on, I'll post my line live trades as I make them. And then I plan to have special guests come on, to the, once a month discussion. So that's the plan. If there's interest, feel free to join. If there's not, then don't. It's not a big deal. But like I said, for those of you that reached out, I have your contact info, and don't bother signing up if you're not interested. But yeah, I'll set up at least 1 or 2, I think, free monthly discussions, and then we'll take it from there. If you think it sucks, then you don't have to join. If you think it's good, again, I'll consider it like a trial run. But it is open. This is open for people to join. For the people who want to be a part of it without question, then feel free. And obviously, I'll prioritize those people. All right, so let's get to the trades. Sorry about that for those of you that don't give a crap about that stuff. But I had to get it out there. If it's not in the beginning of the video, sometimes it does get lost. Guess who's back? Do you hear that? Where'd he go? That was Roddy the Cricket. Roddy the Cricket is back. All right, anyway, what the hell we doing? Misty did not have a trade. That's the moral of the story right there. Every time I stop talking, he stops. All right, so let's just go to the weeklies tab right away, right? Because no change to the synthetic, no change to nothing. So we'll just go right to, what was the price change, right? Well, first I got to get my Zoom on before you guys complain. I'm only going to do 150 since I'm in the garage on the laptop. MSTR, they went down yesterday. They went down 0.74%. MSTY, they went down 0.06%. All right. So, yeah, I mean, obviously another down day for MSTR, but Misty didn't go down nearly as much. So that's good. IV update. Oh, I forgot to update the IV yesterday. I'll just use today's. Today's down. Yuck. It's down to 51%. The forward, though, is at 56 at least. So, yeah. But again, it's in the 50s. It is what it is. Let's scroll over. Outstanding share update was a decrease of 700,000. So quick recap on Misty. The price sits at 1785. MSTR price sits at 363.60. 30-day IV, 51%. 7-day IV, 56%. Outstanding shares, 290 mil. Total net income, 89 mil. Total distribution, 31 cents. Total daily income, 2 cents a day. Total daily yield, 0.09%. And if you annualize that sucker, 31%. I know. It's not fantastic, but we'll take it, man. See, I told you he's here. He's here. Roddy the Cricket, baby. All right, MSTR, how you doing? Well, hold on. Look at here. MSTR added some Bitcoin, 430 Bitcoin. They now own 629,376 shares of Bitcoin. So you would think MSTR and Bitcoin would go up, and yeah, not yesterday. But maybe tomorrow, maybe today, maybe the next day. Who knows? But all we'll do as Bitcoiners, we'll just buy, right? I buy $10 a day of Bitcoin on the Robinhood app. All right. So anyway, MSTR, how you doing? They went down 0.74%. MSTY, how you doing? They went down 0.06%. So is that okay? Sure. Again, we talked about that. That's pretty good. Winter went up almost 1%. So that is pretty impressive. Good job, Winter. All right, IMST, they went down 0.23%. MST went down 1.54%. MS2 only went down 0.36%. So they did not go down as much as MSTR, even though they are a leverage play. So that is quite interesting. All right, so let's take a look at MSTW. They went down 0.59%. Again, also a leverage play, and they beat MSTR somehow. Hey, but whatever. But Misty's the winner. Misty almost didn't go down at all. So congratulations. All right, let's get moving, man. We got to get this moving. We got to get the show on the road. Reaction, just quick shout out and thank you to LA, the appliance guy. Again, he's a YouTuber. Go check out his YouTube channel. We did an interview yesterday. He was basically my first guest to the morning show with Rod. And it was just a fun, relaxed conversation. I had a blast, easy going, just like shooting the shit with your boy. It was a good time. We talked appliances, which I know nothing about. And we talked about high yield dividends and things like that. So, I hope to have him on again at, someday. But right now, obviously, I have a pretty booked schedule over the next month or two, and we'll see how this show goes. But again, I think the first show was good. I think we had fun. I just want to give him a quick thank you again. I will pin the show that we did, the video, to the top of the comments if you want to check it out. And then, of course, make sure to subscribe to his channel, LA Appliance Guy. We got to get him to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Well before that, I think, honestly. All right, anyway, Group D declares on August 27th. So, yeah, we got this. It's coming up, baby. We're going to pay bank, right? Not really. Synthetic income, what do we got? We got 52 mil. Weeklies produce 89 mil. That's a total net income of $141 million so far. That comes to about 49 cents per share. All right. Is that good money? I mean, it's okay, man. Let's look at the Rodometer. Again, we'll look at the various, buckets here. Again, weeklies producing about 31 cents. If they paid that, that's a 22% yield. They're not paying you based on the weeklies. Then we got the extrinsic, which was about 77 cents. That's a 56% yield. That's more in line because that's like in line with the IV. And then we look at the total income per share. That comes to 49 cents per share. That would be a yield of 36%. Oh, yeah, I just want to do a quick sound check. Yeah, it shows that I'm talking in the green, so that's good. All right, so anyway, let's go back. Because, again, imagine making a whole video and it doesn't work. All right, 30-day IV, 70 cents. And 7-day IV, 78 cents. And then we got the gains, bro. There is no gains. Again, we're getting fat end of summer where, the gains are negative. So it is what it is. What are they going to pay us next week? I don't know, man, but I sure hope it's $1. I really do. Because once you go under $1, you ain't going back. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll see, man. It could be $1, but it's looking like just under at the moment. But, we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, MSTY Holdings, how you doing? Well, they got some synthetics here, and MSTR, they're priced at what, 363? I mean, good God, they got a 410, they got a 3, everything, every strike is pretty much, you know, too expensive now. The current value of MSTR is a little bit ugly. So yeah, man, we're a bunch of ugly dudes down here. We can't afford nothing, and we got a bunch of gold diggers up here. This is how much money they want from us: 330 mil, 205 mil. So we can't afford them. So you know what? She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way uptown, that dig on me. So why do we sing gold digger? Well, again, look at the pink, man. We gotta pay to close these out at some point. But the good news is the earliest they expire is next month, and then this one's even 2 months away. So we got what? We got time. It's on our side. Yes, it is. All right. So how are our covered calls doing? Well, we are 2, 3, 4, and 5% out of the money with 4 trading days left. So I don't know. So far, so good. So that's a good thing, right? That's good. We're making money from the premium on the weeklies. So that's always, again, solid. But again, the synthetics, ugly, negative, negative. But what can you do when the underlying just, it goes down? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. What's the value of Misty, though? It's 5.1 bill. The NAV, 1783. Trade price, 1785. Total synthetic contracts. Again, no change. Remember, no trades, no change to nothing. So this is kind of repetitive to Saturday's video if you saw it. Total synthetic contracts, 142,915. Total contracts they are selling covered calls on, 113,275. So that's 79%, 79.26% of the position has covered calls. All right. And then, so that means 20.74%, as we say, is uncappity duda. All right. And then they do have credit call spread, buy calls, insurance plays, butt buddies. 57% of the 79% has that insurance play in case MSTR flies to the moon. But it doesn't seem like that's happening, unfortunately. But you never know, man. When it does, it does. That's for sure. IMST, my friend Alien did help me out. It's still broken, though. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, whatever, man. MS2, they declared yesterday, MS2. They declared a very big cut. This is their lowest payment yet. They declared 9 cents. That's an 11% yield on an annualized basis. Not quite sure what happened, to be honest, but that's a weak sauce payment. Super weak sauce. But hey, man, what can you do? Remember, they're selling calls on 50%. So if the underlying's not going up and they're only selling calls at 50%, they're not really making any bank, brah. They're just making whatever they yield. Think about it. It's 50% IV, selling cover calls on half of it, depending on how aggressive they go, right? I don't know, but 11%, that's really low, actually. How's their current cover call doing? Well, it's 4.62% out of the money. MST, as you know, we cover on the weekend, and then MSTW, nothing to update. It's just sitting here. No swap added yet, but I'll let you know when they do. All right, so that's the update on Misty. Again, real quick updates today. We got to get our asses to work. We got to drive. We're commuters, right? We commute an hour. At least I do, right? I don't know. Why do we do this? I don't know. Why do we do this to ourselves? It is what it is. All right, so TSLY, no trade. See the gap? No trade, man. Wait, what? Good. Makes this easier, right? So now we'll look at the TSLY fund, and we'll just check out the one-day movement, and then we'll look at the holdings. All right, so how did Tesla do yesterday? They were green. They went up 1.37%. TSLY captured 1.28%. That is a 92% capture, which is really freaking good. All right, synthetic wise, how you doing? Well, we got a 290 and a 295. So Tesla being at 335, that is a wonderful spot to be in, because if they sold out of it today, they would make a lot of money. So that's good. Now we could focus on our covered calls. All right, are we winning? Are we going? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Well, we got 5 strikes, lowest being 337.50. That is only 0.7% out of the money. The highest strike is 347.50, and that is 3.68% out of the money. So they are scattered-do, but on the low end, they are, it's tight, but they do have critical spreads down here in the green by calls, insurance plays if they need it. So we'll see how it goes and we'll see how the week goes. But so far, so good, baby. All right. So the value of TSLY is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 785. The trade price 784. Synthetic on the paper, $1.08 per share. So that is pretty damn sweet if you ask me. Now let's check out these IVs. Again, we got the 30-day IV, historical 30-day IV, 43%. 7-day forward-looking IV, 45%. So it's in the same range. So you're looking at an estimate of 26 to 28 cents based on that. However, the income estimate is negative, so we can't use that either, but whatever. Group A declares when in 15 freaking days already. Good Lord. On September 3rd. So we'll stay tuned for that. All right, Chico. All right, let's go, Nvidia. How you doing? Well, first off, let's check your trades, right? Just check your trades, man. Come on, please. Come on. All right, so no trades. No trades for Nvidia. All right, that's fine. That's good. All right, so Nvidia, how you doing? Well, they went up 0.86%. Nvidia went up 0.76. All right, so that is an 88% capture. Is that good? Is that good? Yes, that's good, right? What's our minimum? We always say 80%. 80% is the goal. If we can capture that, I think that's pretty damn good on a covered call ETF. What do you think? All right, so let's look at the synthetics for Nvidia. They have a 165 and a 170 strike on their synthetic. Nvidia is priced at 182, well above both. So that's a great spot to be in. Now let's look at their covered calls. Again, let's see. They got 3, not too scattered, but their lowest, they're all out of the money, but their lowest is a 182.50. And that's 0.27% out of the money. So yikes. Yikes. And then the highest strike is only 187.50, and that's 3.02% out of the money. But what are we doing? We're still out of the money. We got 4 trading days left, and we'll watch it. We'll keep an eye. All right. So how's their synthetic doing, really? Well, per share, it's worth $1.45. So you know what that is? Too sweet. It is. It's nice. I like it. All right. So what about Nvidia? How you doing, Nvidia? What are you worth? What do you do? What do you say? They're worth about 1.9 bill. The NAV is 1707 and the trade price is 1706. Remember, this is rather a very old fund paying a high yield distribution, and they launched at $20, and yet here they sit at 17. Solid. Did they pay more than $3, which is the difference? Absolutely, they did. They paid a lot of money. So this is a wonder. This has been a wonderful fund. No doubt about it. The former GOAT, too. Former GOAT. So they are on the GOAT list. All right. 30-day IV of Nvidia, 41%. 7-day forward IV, 32%. Looks like it's going down, unfortunately. So IV estimate, anywhere from 43 to 54 cents. They declared, what is it? Yeah, they declared last week. Yeah, so this started counting as of last week and now this week. So this is the second week. Income is at 12 cents per share. All right, Group B, they'll declare again in 22 days on September the 10th. Okay, up next, your boy, Coney. What did you do to your Coney? All right, so what are we going to do? Again, we're going to look, and there's no trades. Fantastico. All right, so how did Coin do yesterday? They went up. All right, good. They went up 0.99%. Coney went up. What? 1.47%. So Coney whooping that ass. Not sure how it went up that high, but hey, we'll take it, baby. We'll take it. How is the Coney synthetic doing? How is it doing? It's at 320. All right, it's at 320 strike. How is Coin? How is Coin? Coin is at 320 as well. So you know what? We at the money. That's all good, man. That's all good. Their synthetics expire next month and the month after. So we'll keep an eye out on those. How's the covered calls doing, though? Are we winning? Are we winning? So far, yeah. Lowest strike is 330, 2.89% out of the money. Highest strike is 340, 6.01% out of the money. So they are truly scattered. And I know, guys, I hear people talking on X and on YouTube that, yeah, they YieldMax or whoever, they hope they blow through their strikes. But realistically, the best case scenario is they go up as high as possible under the lowest strike, and then they get the maximum profit, both on the synthetic and win and pay, essentially profit the majority of the covered call premium. So again, I would consider that the best case scenario. The reason people say, oh, it's okay if they blow through the strikes, well, number one, they have credit call spreads now. And number two, again, the synthetic takes advantage of that. The synthetic will make bank on that. But again, the best case scenario, winning your covered calls every week while making money on a synthetic. All right. I know it's not easy. That's like a perfect world scenario, and it's nearly impossible, but that's what we're doing here. We're trying to track that and hope to get that. But that's why we look at these every day. Again, hopefully that makes sense. But let me move on. Coney fund is worth almost 1.4 bill. The NAV is 743. Trade price 746. Synthetic bailout on the paper, it's worth about 11 mil, 6 cents per share. Again, it's at the money, so what do you expect? 30-day IV, 53%. 7-day forward, 57. So IV estimate based on that, 31 to 33 cents. They just restarted this week. Again, fresh week. The Monday, even though they declare this week, Monday starts a new 4-week cycle. So we'll track the income estimate. I'll probably add this on the Saturday once we get all the holdings, some action on all the holdings. But Group C will declare tomorrow, 1 day away. I'll be home, working from home, so I will be live when they announce that. So come join me. We'll have fun. We'll have a blast. All right. And then we'll sing fa la 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 la, something like that. Sound good? All right. So anyway, declaration date tomorrow. Obviously, I did my guesses and whatever. Let's move on. SMCY. Suckers. All right. Did they have a trade? I don't freaking know. You tell me, brah. All right. Let's see. Well, Ulti did. No, they did not. Wow. I think yesterday must have been a holiday in the YieldMax office, right? SMCY, they went up 1.07%. Yeah. All right. So SMCY, how you doing? Well, I went up more. I went up more because I'm an SMCY sucker. They went up 1.17%. So that's pretty good. Again, perfect day. All right. Now let's take a look at their synthetic. They got a 45 at the money. That's fine. That's beautiful. But she take my money. Gold digger. There's a gold digger. Do you see her? She's right there. $60, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Good luck catching up to that. That's a big gain. You got to jump up $15 in a month. Maybe. Hey, you never know with this stock. But this gold digger, she wants our money. She wants it. And she wants it now. No, she wants it next month. But we'll see how that plays out. We'll keep an eye. All right, SimC, how you doing on the covered calls? We only got 2. We got a 46.50, 1.4% out of the money, and a 47, 2.49% out of the money. Is that safe with 4 trading days? Hell no, it isn't. But again, we'll see. That's all we can say. All right, what's the value of this fund? It's 334 mil. The NAV is 1713. Trade price 1715. Close enough. Synthetic bailout. Again, negative. We got a gold digger there. So we'll pass on that. 30-day IV, 54%. 7-day IV, same thing. So their IV estimate sits at 71 cents. But income estimate $1.79. However, since their current synthetic is losing money, in fact, we said it's negative 186. It's almost like an offset. So, at one point we say, okay, the synthetic that they own, they can use that when considering their distribution. We got to take it the other way too, right? So if we net these two together, right, it's a negative, right? If you net the 186, the negative on the synthetic, and the $1.79, negative 7 cents, right? So we really can't take that in consideration. We may have to go and default to the IV estimate. You never know with SimC though. They love, They always have a good, sweet ass payment. So we'll keep an eye out for that. In fact, I don't even know how their IV is this low right now. Their IV is 54%. Like, what in tarnation is that? So I don't know, but we got time. They don't declare this week, luckily, so we don't have to worry about it yet. They declare next week, 8 days away on August 27th. So stay tuned for that. All right. Last but not least, well, besides Ulti, we got Platey. All right. Let's see what Platey's doing. Let's see. Nothing. Oh my goodness. Look at that. No trades. Can we do that again today? This was wonderful. This was fantastic. All right, Palantir, how are you doing? They went down yesterday. They went down 1.8%. Platey went down 1.7. Okay, that's fine, I guess, right? I don't know. Let's see what the positions look like. Synthetic. Oh yeah, baby. They got a 140 synthetic. Palantir is priced at what? 174. So that thing is worth some freaking bank. It expires next month, so they got time before they close it. But man, oh man, when they close that, ooh wee. All right, covered calls. Are we winning? Yes, they are 3, 4, and 6% out of the money. Lowest strike being 180. So we'll keep an eye on it for that. Again, 4 trading days. Full ass week. We got to work 5 freaking days this week. Do you believe that? Nonsense. Who made this schedule anyway? All right, let me take a sip of water in my water bottle. It's a special, special sound effect for the garage. For those of you that don't know, I always used to record. I never went live. Well, I never had a laptop actually. I always pre-recorded on the phone, and then I uploaded through the phone, and I did this and that and the other thing. And then I upgraded. Eventually, got a laptop. I had to because I was doing interviews. And then, so now I'm still in the garage, but now I've upgraded to an actual screen. I'm actually using a screen. But the reason is because the upload time is much faster when the video is already in the computer. It should get done by the time I leave for work. And if it doesn't, therein lies the problem. But we'll see. Anyway, so we'll talk about the garage another day. We'll do a live from the garage if you guys want. We'll just do a live Q&A, either Wolfpack or Wheel Warriors, something like that. I think that would be awesome. This is awesome. All right, synthetic on the paper, it's worth 13.12. Holy moly, moly. Is that good? Yeah, that's freaking good. All right. What's the value of the Platey fund? 643 mil. The NAV 66.50. Trade price 66.33. 30-day IV 46%. 7-day IV 52. It's okay. It's okay. All right, IV estimate anywhere from 237 to 267. Income estimate 20 cents. But again, they're part of Group B, and they don't declare for another 22 days. So you know it. Time is on their side. Yes, it is. I'm probably annoying those people. I got some comments the other day. I love the content, but you went like weirdo on me during the video, and I had to click off. So, it is what it is, man. Sometimes, imagine recording a video every day and trying to stay normal. No. Well, I'm not normal to begin with. So you get what you get and you don't get upset. So this is the content. Anyway, let's see what Ulti's doing. Okay. BMNR bringing them some dough now. That's good, because we got beat up by them last week. They made about 6.1 mil yesterday. How they make it? On a call and a put. So how about that one? Yeah. All right. So what else did we make money on? Oklo. Always good to us. They made 1.2 mil. All right. It was just an income kind of day. They brought in 9 mil. Ulti brought in 9 mil, son. I mean, I'm loving that. I'm loving it. All right. So what we do, we look at the trades just like that, and then we look at the holdings. So what are they holding? Anything new? Let's just keep an eye. We should be memorizing what they're holding at this point. What the hell is Credo Technology? I guess that's new. Hello, Credo. Your IV is 96%, so we love you. You're welcome here anytime. All right. There's Target when their earnings. Is it here yet? I don't know. Let's see. Workday. Hey, Workday. 46% IV. I guess you could stay workday. Maybe it's an earnings play. I don't know. But again, I wish there was like an earnings day freaking Google formula. Not like that would work, but yeah. So those are the holdings and the Ulti OM. What does OM stand for? Assets under management. 3.2 billion. Are they going to catch Misty? Maybe, maybe not. But we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, we will. All right. So that's the update on the YieldMax funds. And now I'm going to go over my options trades, which brings me to a question. Once I build out this Wheel Warrior community, should I even bother? Should I just do my coverage with them? Right? Do you guys want to see this, or is this just clogging up the daily activity? Because I know in the beginning it was like half and half. I'm not even sure if people, if people enjoy this. I don't know. Should I do it every day? Maybe I'll just do it on the Saturday and just give you a recap, and then I'll keep the daily or daily updates for the Wheel Warriors. I don't know. You guys can let me know. We'll have to think about that one. All right. I'll explain more about the Wheel Warriors at the end of the video too, if you guys hang around. But I gotta get moving. Anyway, so yesterday, no trades on Misty. As you know, I did close out the this trade here on, was it last week? So I can actually gray that out. This is no longer. So we only have 2 covered calls on the Misty play, which is fine. So Misty, they went down yesterday. What are they at? They're at 1785. So they're currently priced below both strike prices. So these may not get assigned at all. But again, I'm not going to sell another covered call unless it goes, like if it goes back to 20 or high 19s, I'll probably sell the 20 again. But I may not use, this expiration date's coming up. But again, we'll see. But yeah. What else? Yeah, that's it. That's it from Misty. So TSLL, I did not do any trades on them yesterday because I have a lot of trades, to be honest. Look at all these. So the ones I'm keeping an eye on for the end of week, 822, I got 2 covered calls. I have 11 and a $13 strike. TSLL sits at 1251. Will I let them get assigned and called away? Maybe. Maybe I'll just take the cash bucket and sell more puts with it. I don't know. But right now, if you look down here, I'm selling calls on all of my positions. So, my only option yesterday really was to sell a put. And since Tesla was green, I said, you know what? Screw that. I ain't doing that. I'll just wait. But I did play with TNA. TNA Dynamite. I played with TNA. Did that sound good? All right. So anyway, yesterday was 818. How you doing? Well, yeah, I did a TNA call. I did a TNA put. Why? Because Stone Cold says so. No, for real. I had 100 shares left over, and I sold covered calls on it because TNA was up. And I chose the next expiration date out because, as you know, now I'm doing long dated. So again, Friday's 822, the next Friday's the 829, and then the next Friday's the 9/5. So now we're going out to the 9/5 date. I went to a $42 strike, 9% out of the money. Is that far enough? Yes, it is, because if you look, actually, my highest cost basis is 42. So, I'm okay with getting $42 for these shares. The delta was still, pretty damn safe, 0.25. If you look, I made 78 cents per share, which came to $78 per share, and that yielded me 41%, again, for those shares. So again, quick money. And even though TNA was green, I said, you know what? I'm going to add a put to this day. All right. So I added a put. I could have waited because it looks like TNA is red today. But you know what? Sometimes Monday is more of my trading day. It's the beginning of the week. I like to get most of the trades in Monday. And then because I'm busy as hell, with freaking work all week. So anyway, Monday, I sold the put. Screw it, right? I sold the put. And I went way out of the money, right? Again, it was at around like 38. I did a $32 put, 16% out of the money. Pretty safe. Look at this delta. That's a low-ass delta. Again, people consider anything under 0.2 safe. Well, safe in quotes, of course. So the delta was 0.11, and this paid me $38. Not bad. Only a 24% annualized yield, though. But don't worry, we'll get that back. Because, again, remember, I don't have to be too aggressive, right? I don't have to be too aggressive because I already pretty much made what I needed to. So if I go to my weekly income, right, I'm showing I have to make approximately like 1,124 for all 5 weeks in August, and I have made so far 1,670. So again, I don't have to trade anymore, and I'm good. I'm good. So what I'm gonna do is just play it safe. All right, I'm just gonna play it safe. I say that, and I'll do its freaking degenerate trade, but I can't help it. It's in my blood, man. I'm a gambler deep down. Again, there's no controlling it, and you got to do what you got to do. But I'm still having fun. I'm trading options, and yeah. So, but if you're going by the week, technically I have to make another $108, which that should be pretty easy, to be honest. Balance update. This account, again, this is my options trading account, 53,773. Available cash, 17,100. So I'm holding 31% cash. However, of that cash, I have 11,600 in puts pending, which is 67% of the cash, which leaves me an actual available cash number of 5,500. Is that a lot? Well, it's 10%, right, of the balance. So it's not that much. What's an ideal spot? I don't know, man. Everyone is different. That's up to you. And then talk about margin. I have withdrawable margin of 19,500. What is withdrawable margin? Simply put, it's the amount of money you can actually take from the account. And since my options trading account is a bill pay account, yes, I pay bills out of this account. I only pay the mortgage actually out of this account. All the other bills come out of the my dividend car account. But yeah, that's 19.5 is how much I can withdraw. So my mortgage is 1,300 a month. So as long as this number is well above 1,300, then I'm in a good spot, to be honest. However, if the market takes a downturn, you got to always keep that in mind. That's why you kind of want to keep this cash number, pretty high. But again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then there's trading margin. If I didn't use this for bill pay, if it was just for trading and I never planned on taking money out of the account for any which reason, then I could use the trading margin number, which shows 65,000 available. In fact, Friday, I think it was like 85. So this number changes pretty freaking rapidly. And again, margin can be so risky if you don't play it right. So be careful out there, guys. If you're seriously considering, playing around with margin. Here's my open positions, assuming it is updated, right? Yeah, it looks to be updated. As you can see, I got a lot of TSLL, and then I got some TNA. I can't do any more covered calls. Both positions, I'm booked up on covered calls because the market's been green. I'm doing position-wise, I'm doing much better on TNA. In fact, if all of my shares got called away, I'd be in a great profit for the wheel, and then I'll do the closeout wheel numbers, and I'll be okay with it. But then I'll jump back in, start another TNA wheel. But again, the problem is TNA is priced very, very high. So I have to keep an eye out for that. If you look, see the chart, this is the 1-year spark line. We're down here, and we could go back just as fast. So you got to be careful. If I'm selling puts, I ain't selling puts at 38. Hell no, right? We're going to sell puts very, very low to protect ourselves in case of a market downturn. All right. But again, back to the discussion of what is the Wheel Warriors? What's the plan with it? I mean, again, basically, I just want to create a community of options investors. I'm not trying to rip you guys off. I just want people who really are interested in it. And I was going to do the one-on-one coaching, but I don't feel like the interest is there as much. Plus, I think it would be just cheaper and more fun for people to have a group, right? Have a group of people, a community to go to and talk about it, right? And that's what I'm going to try to do. If it's not successful, I'll close this down. It's not a big deal. I'll think of something else. But for now, I figured I'd give it a try. So yeah, once a month on Saturday mornings, probably 10 a.m. I'm thinking for the West Coast people, because at least that'll be 7 a.m. We'll do a once a month discussion, 60 to 90 minutes. And then we'll post that video to the Wheel Warriors. They can watch it and they can watch all the history. But again, if, like I said, don't join if you're not sure. I'll for at least those 10 people or however many people, well, I can only do like 9, I think. I'm gonna send you guys out an invite. You guys probably know who you are. I'll send you out an invite on, probably a Saturday in September, and we'll do a live stream. It'll be available to the Wheel Warriors. I gotta think of how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I'll have to. I don't know. It'll work. But outside of that, like I said, we'll have the monthly group discussion once a month. We'll have the live, and then we'll have the access to the monthly group discussions. And then I'll post my trades as I do them. And then if you guys have questions, obviously I'll prioritize them on here. And then I will have special guests, such as people in my Discord. I know a lot of you respect a lot of the options traders in the Discord. So I'll try to have them on. And then, of course, I'm becoming, you know, close to some people on X, and they're really good at options too. So again, I think this could be something big, but maybe it'll flop. I don't know. But I think that's my version of the coaching. So I'm going to head down that road versus the one-on-ones. Because I think I do like a group setting better. I mean, I'm fine with the one-on-ones too, but you know what? Again, that seems more, I don't know, of financial advice per se, right? We don't want to, again, we are not financial advisors here. We don't give financial advice. So if we keep it as a group conversation, obviously, I think it's understood that this is not financial advice, which brings me to the closing comments, right? As always, this video, none of this video was financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So I hope you had fun. I hope you were entertained. If not, then I don't really know what to tell you. Come back tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow, 6 a.m. I hope you're there. And yeah, we'll try to have fun, right? Because it'll be Declaration Day, and we'll see what the funds are paying. All right, what else? If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. Outside of that, I got nothing. Ain't nothing but a keyword. All right, so keyword today, I'm going to keep it simply based on what we keep talking about. And this is my new thing. We're going to do the keyword as the Wheel Warriors. What is the Wheel Warriors? It is the team of the people who want to make money trading the options wheel. I know a lot of you already know how to do it, but this is for people who want to learn in a group setting. So keyword today is Wheel Warriors. All right. So if you want to prove that you made it to the end of the video, you have to post that down in the comments below. All right. All right. I think that's it for the day. I just want to say, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Later.